Hello guys, my name is Mr. Luna and today we are going to solve some problems having to do with logarithms. Now take a look at the first problem. Consider the equation 9 times e raised to the 2z power equals 54. They ask you, number one, solve the equation for z. Express the solution as a logarithm in base e. And the second part, they ask you, approximate the value of z. Round your answer to the nearest thousandth. All right. So, in regards to the first part, what you're gonna do is this. Let's go ahead step by step. So write your equation. E raised to the 2z power equals 54. All right. Now, what you want to do in that case is you want to get rid of 9. So you do that by dividing both sides of the equation by 9. That eliminates 9 from one side of the equation. All right, and so you end up with 54 divided by 9 is 6. So you end up with 6 2z equals e raised to the 2z equals 6. Now here you might be tempted to do something like this. You might be tempted to do something like this. Let me tell you that that's not necessary. It will rather complicate things. So let's go ahead and erase that. Okay, once you have this, you can work with logarithms. Now, understanding that your base, this is an exponential equation, and you want to transform it to a logarithmic equation in order to solve it. So in that case, you would say logarithm base e of 6 equals 2z. Now this is the form, this is how you write a logarithm. Now something important to understand is the logarithm base e is the same as the natural logarithm. So this is the same as to say the natural logarithm of 6 equals 2z. Now once you have that, well, you can divide 2 from both sides of the equation, and then basically you'll have the z equals, let me write it in a different color so you can see it, equals the natural logarithm of 6 divided by 2. And that would be your first answer. Okay, that would be your first answer. Z equals the natural logarithm of 6 divided by 2. That's what you're going to write right here. Now, in the second part, it tells you approximate the value of z, round your answers to the nearest thousandths. Okay, so so once you have this, what you need to do is, okay, let me write it here again. The natural logarithm of 6 divided by 2. You just grab a calculator. You should have a scientific calculator for this problem. But if you don't, you can just use your computer's calculator or phone calculator. Usually they have this. As you can see here, e is a number. And you learned in previous lessons that e has to do with compound interest and that e has a value. The value of e is basically 2.71828182845904, etc. Something to see here is that the numbers never repeat. That's something super cool about the number e. So you press e and you say, here you have logarithm and then logarithm base 2 and logarithm natural logarithm. All right, so you just click here and you divide it by 2. Okay, again, the logarithm of 6, natural logarithm of 6 is this, divided by 2, it's this answer right here. The first one gave me a weird answer. That's why I did it again, and it was right. So here it tells me, round your answer to the nearest thousandth. Well, in that case, the nearest thousand would be this. And so since 8 is greater than 5, or equal or greater than 5, then I would have 0.896. 0.896. And that would be my second answer. This is my first answer, and this is my second answer. And I'm done with this problem.